Hello. Oh, good. Chat's broken. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I got a couple of things to sort out here real quick before I can get started, because I forgot to... Right, I've got to do some shit. I need to capture my game, and I need to fix my slime chat. Oh, good. Well, we're just going to turn that off then for now, because it seems like it's actually just not working. Which isn't surprising, honestly, because I've heard things from the developer that there were issues with that. So we just will not have chat on screen today. It looks like... several things are broken. Oh, that just looks bad. Okay, well, that'll just have to look bad. I don't have time to fix that right now, specifically. Well, that's all good and fun. Let's see. I need to probably remove something. Oh, here we go. Just current game. That works. Yay, here we go. Welcome everyone to what I am fondly calling the training montage. I will be streaming for 2 hours at a time. Multiple times a day. Basically, I'm going to stream, take a nap, do whatever chores I need to do after I get up, like a thing or two, and then get back on stream. And the whole purpose of this is to try and build my stamina back up so that I can stream more consistently. And, brain, please work, do the thing. I love it. I love it when this happens. Until I can just get back to streaming. Just work my muscles back up and get back to streaming it. Like, I made some changes to my audio. I should be louder. If I am too loud, please let me know. But I'm basing it on some suggestions I've seen from people talking about audio stuff. So we'll see how that works out. And yeah. So we begin. There's one thing that I want to make sure I have turned on, but I don't know if I have it in here. So just a little bit more technical stuff before I can actually start playing a game. Because one thing I'm trying to do while we are here doing this... Oh, that's very new and different. Is while I am doing the montage and while I am live on these streams up until a maximum time frame or until I'm ready to go for it, we are building time for a subathon. For a donathon. So if I do that, there we go. Starting the timer at 24 hours. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to allow that to accumulate. So let me test something. Okay, that added a minute. Hopefully, donations and such through Ko-Fi tips and such through Ko-Fi will be counted toward that number. I need to make sure, though, that bits and subs are not. I do not want people to subscribe or send bits through here we go, through Twitch's services, so those will not be rewarded. Instead, specifically want it through Ko-Fi, and that can be a variety of individual donations, subscriptions, or purchases from my shop, all of which will accumulate to the total. So with that said, let us begin. Let us begin this wonderful journey. I have been playing a lot of Palworld. It is my current fixation, and I want to start over with a focus on exploration. Okay, my microphone broke because I moved it. I want to start a new playthrough. Oh, I'm very sniffly. Allergies are bad right now. I want to start a new playthrough with focus on story and exploration, and share that with y'all. Another thing is there is the option to play with me, using multiplayer on in this scenario. I will be posting an invite code in a specific Discord chat that can only be accessed by me manually giving you the role after you have after you have redeemed a new redeem here on the channel. So you can use channel points for that. You can join the game. You'll be given access. I don't expect that many people to join in, and I don't know how well my computer will handle it. But if suddenly we explode and there's a lot of people wanting to play with us, we may investigate a server. That all depends on the support the channel receives. So here we go. First off, of course, character creation. Go ahead and turn the music back on for now. I love Sonic music. Okay. Don't want to change body type. We just want to change skin tone a little bit. Just not particularly tan. I want to change my eyes. Hello? Load. There we go. Do I want to change facial structure? No. I do want to change that and make it very dark. There we go. Hairstyle. Chris Brown, go back to face, eyebrows. And I like this one. I like the little ponytail. Voice 3. Start the game. The towers are the key. The tree holds the truth. Okay, so as you notice, the game is modded. And one of the primary mods I will have is this lovely map readout thing. I'm not going to use it much until I'm ready to start hunting shit down. But for now, we begin. The same general start that everyone has. You shipwrecked? Been a while since I've seen anyone who hasn't reeked of PAL. Wasn't reeking of PAL. I was part of the scouting party, tasked with bringing back information about this unknown island to our homeland. This island is hell on earth. Everyone else is already gone, all of them snuffed out by ferocious pals. Hey you, hand me that device you have over there. You hand your device, she quickly gets to work. There, I've installed a survival guide for you. It's the fruit of our literal blood, sweat, and tears. It helps even one person. Then, well, our sacrifices wouldn't have been for nothing. There were more than a few entries in there that are essential for survival here. So try to make good use of them while you can. Once you got those sorted, let's see. There's a settlement just a short ways ahead. You should go there and see if they can help you. Be careful out there. Okay, so we're going to be given a beginner's guide to things. All the information you could need about the game, except for, like, specifically how to hunt down rare stuff and such, is going to be in here. A lot of very good information. And then we're going to receive a list of quests that will guide us as we progress down the way. And now I'm going to turn my music back on. Maybe a little quieter. Okay, so we begin. Welcome to Craft Survival. Because that's what this game is. Pick up as much wood as I can get my hands on. Preferably without cutting down trees. Hey, February. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really, really do. It took me 2 days to finally even start it, so I very, very much appreciate it. Let's see what I can do to make this go faster. So, of course, we're going to build our basic construction table, get some basic tools, and get started. I don't have enough wood. Okay, it's fine. This is probably still the better choice. Yeah, that's what the whole point of this training montage is about. Small steps. Like letting myself ease back into this. But yeah, I do very much appreciate it. Appreciate any support during this, because I'm going to need it. Not just... I don't need to say that. And emotional and otherwise, all appreciated. Don't see any more wood around, and I don't need that much more stone. Let's hold off on that. Let's not break that. But let's break this and move on. Because I can get the wood I need by picking it up off the ground instead of heading directly off into building a base there. I've got a lot of hours in this game now, so I'm probably going to be doing some relative like time cutting things and specific things in the way that I've kind of decided to do them. Like, when I do build my first base, I'm only going to build it a certain size. I'm also not an aesthetic builder, so... Folks beware, it ain't going to look pretty. Folks be aware, I should say. Maybe I will build right here for the first time. I've been avoiding this spot, but actually it's not a bad spot to start. This is not a poor space to start because it does come with 4 or 5 decent rocks, a ore rock, and some trees. So it's all very good to start with. Let's see. Open your inventory and boost your stats. Yes, the first thing I'm going to do is boost stamina. This carry weight can be augmented early game by having the right pals. We're going to go ahead and unlock this whole first tier of technology because every single bit of it is necessary. This one you can skip unless you really want it, which I will get it at some point for a very specific use. Okay. What I need to determine is where I want my PAL box best placed in order to make sure I have 1 building space and 2, all of those rocks are in my base area. Okay, so that's a good spot. Instead of building that immediately, though, I'm going to put down some foundations. And then I need to get more wood. It's nice to have some starting resources in your base, just because the pals will, at least for a time, actively interact with them and gather these materials for you. One thing I have noticed is that pals that do lumbering will stop lumbering at a certain point and just not break down the trees that you want them to. And there's nothing I found that can fix that. So, is that centered? I think it is. Okay. It took me forever to figure out that I could build and then put down the PAL box. So that's another tip for new people looking at this game. Okay, PAL box acquired. So now I can put down this. Let me figure out how I want to go about this. First of all, we need more wood. I'm gonna stop doing the opening tutorial for a minute. Try and get my base lined out the way I want it to. I don't even know if I have enough space in this area to do it the way I want. Just gather all the wood that I can. Grab more berries while I'm at it. Wait for my stamina to recharge. Oh, we're almost full on inventory. Okay, that's fine. Let's use the wood as we get it so that we don't cap out our inventory. Let's see. So we start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 5. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to build this a little smaller than usual. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. And I can't go back any further than this, otherwise it's going to mess with my ore. So this might actually be smaller than I would prefer it to be. But that's kind of a thing you have to deal with early game. And especially when you can't build in a large, flat, open area. I like to build my bases 11 by 11. And that is based entirely on efficient use of space without exceeding the build area of a base out in the open ocean, which you can eventually get relatively soon. They actually changed it recently. You can get a tool that allows you to build on water. Okay, now we're cold. That's okay. We're just gonna have to deal with that. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, and see, I'm going to run into this problem where any further building, and I actually block the spawning of these spots. So, we're going to heavily restrict how big our base can be for a little bit. Okay. I'm almost done with the base foundations. And that'll be good once I have that. We're taking cold damage because we're too cold, but it's not going to kill us. Because it just ticks too slowly. I'm not worried about it at all, really. Okay, call that the completed foundation. What I want to do then is go ahead and put in a few doorways so that the pals can enter and exit the base at the places where they can get to the materials that they will be gathering. Cool. Love that for me. Here we go. Go. Do I want any other openings? I don't think so. I don't think there's a reason to have any other real openings there. So now I'm going to start building actual things. I need wooden chests, which I need more wood for. And then I can just start gathering shit and storing it away. I have a mod that allows for any materials in a base to be shared between all of your bases, which is very, very helpful. The only way to do that normally is with the guild chest, and that's just cumbersome. It just makes things harder. So, I got the majority of my materials over there. Then we'll put this one right here for. Let's put a wall up first. That will feel better as far as placement. The sun's coming up. It's stopping being so cold. Which is nice. Okay. I've also got a mod that increases the size of chests. So, more often than not, I will not need to build more than one chest until I have, like, a lot of materials. And that is a possibility because of another mod that I have increasing the output of production sites. Now that that is done, and I can just store away stuff instead of carrying it around, we want to keep our berries. We're not going to have a pal that can cook for us for a minute. I want to kind of mark a building space. Let me do something. Let's just do like this. I know it's garish, but like this is the indication of this is where I'm going to put crafting tables and such without having to wall it in. That one's going to take a minute, so I'm going to leave it because I can make that go faster in a moment. Now we go back to following the instructions of the tutorial. We get this paldium. fragments from these blue rocks. And with these, we will build our first PAL spheres. The device we need for capturing PALs. Obtaining new friends, as the case may be. I love the subtitles getting little things wrong. We will not be capturing owls, but we might, actually. There are a few we will need to get. Okay, is this... No, this is not the waterfall that has an object that I can collect behind it. Oh, and a free PAL sphere right there. The first thing I really want to do is get a Kativa. I would like to get about 6 of them. That is because having one in your inventory has a stacking buff of increasing your carry capacity by 100. I think it's 100. So I'd like to do that, have 5 in my inventory, and then have 1 in the base. Let's make PAL spheres. A reminder for those who might be just coming in, I'm doing what I'm calling a training montage, where I'm streaming for 2 hours, going and taking a nap, and then streaming for more, rinse, repeat, to build my stamina for streaming back up. I am disabled, and I have been struggling for the past couple of years to get back to streaming, and I'm kind of just forcing my own hand, doing it in a small span, resting, and picking it right back up. So, follow if you're interested in seeing more of me. There is no schedule. It will be very chaotic as to when I start and when I stop. So keep an eye out for that live alert from your follow. It'll be very much appreciated and helpful to me if you do. Now, time to beat up a cat with an axe. Get in the ball. Sphere. Got him. We have our first PAL. I'm going to set them to defensive and start capturing more. Like I said, I want about 6 of them because they increase my inventory. And they help around the base. So having 1 to put in the base and 5 in my inventory will help a lot when it comes to the early game. And that guy right there, we are going to avoid for our lives for quite a while. Level 35 is nothing to sneeze at. We do not want him messing with us. In fact, as soon as I can build walls around my base, I will be doing so. Because he has a tendency to walk into your base and get mad and wreck all of your shit. Oh, I don't have a glider yet. I tried to glide. Hello, Gwen Stacy. Welcome in. My name is Farinox, and I'm doing what I'm calling a training montage, where I'm trying to stream in repeated 2-hour spans in between resting as a disabled person who has been struggling to get back to streaming for some time. I'm doing okay. My general baseline is not great already, so we're gonna see how pushing myself to do this works out for me. But welcome in. How are you? I hope you're having a good morning, or day, as the case may be. Seeing Gwen Stacy in my chat is just reminding me of the Transfem Petra Parker art trend going around, which just makes me happy. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad to hear that. Come back here, level 1 cat. Okay, just get in the ball. Okay, we've got our base, we got our full party, we got our base. Of course, the one that's going in the base is unstable. Maybe I should catch another one. I haven't actually been paying attention. I wonder what our general outlook with these pals is at the moment. Let's see. We've got Work Slave, which isn't bad. Wellness Watcher. Heavyweight. Capacitor. Mercy Hit is actually super helpful. In fact, that one might be the one I want to favorite and put at the top of the party, frankly. I can't tell if it's my favorited one from from that. Where's my face cam? I'm a VTuber. That little fox in the bottom right corner is me. Hello. I used to have a face cam a long time ago, but I have since come out as trans and am nowhere near a safe place to begin transitioning. So I don't really want my face on the internet at this point. But yeah, I'm a fox. I am a PNG tuber, as they call it. I'm a fox created by the divine, a divine shapeshifter, if you will, who has chosen the form of a fox, and very much enjoy it. My PNG is actually created by a friend of the stream. Lunatic Inferno, who it does. I mean, if you look really closely, every time I talk, I'm kind of floating around a little bit, and every time I talk, you can see my mouth and my paws move. But yeah, I'm a PNG, so there's very little animation to it. I'm not a live 2D model or anything. It's the very low end barrier to entry part of being a VTuber is as a PNG you can do enough to be animated, but at the same time be it is a relatively cheap way of starting out. But Lunatic Inferno actually designed this PNG and drew all of the different phases for me, and as such, and even put all the information into my Veda 2 Mini for me, which is all very, very kind of them. They're awesome, and they also stream often in the evenings, US time. It's complicated, right? For the most part, it's expensive and requires a lot of both art and technical know-how to be able to create a 2D a live 2D model. The way of drawing a live 2D model is very complicated. And then getting that I can't think of the word right now, but getting that properly set up to be a moving model is also very complicated. Those are skills that go for thousands of dollars. So a lot of people, myself included, use a PNG model like this because it's significantly cheaper to get. This character model and the setup that Lunatic Inferno, also known as Moru, did for me is about $120 compared to a full live 2D model, rigged and everything. Rigged is the word I was looking for. Custom model like that would be somewhere around like $1,200 to $3,000. So I would love to have a live 2D model at some point. The trick there is just that I can't afford it. I don't have the skills to make it myself, and my computer would not be able to handle it right now. So as you can see in the bottom left corner, I have a Throne crowdfund set up for a new computer. That is one of the things that I'm hoping people will enjoy my stream and help me out with. But besides that, yeah, that's what it comes down to. I just don't have the money or a computer good enough to run Live 2D. Well, I mean, as it turns out, regardless of how much it might be, I just don't have the funds for it, and I don't have a computer powerful enough to run it. So it's just not an option for me right now. Okay, assign a panel to work at the base. No, first of all, I need to unlock some more stuff. Let's see. First of all, I need beds. I need the bow and arrows, shield, outfit, cloth, and a food box. Let's see. And a berry plantation, and a ranch, and a parachute. Has all my points and everything I could need. Cool. Okay. I want to place a few beds. Let's go ahead and put them just outside of this crafting area that I've kind of outlined. And I'm out of wood. That's okay. Pardon me for just a moment. My brain needs to reset. I'm sorry, I don't have the chat up to kind of gauge the latency. Currently, my chat is broken, but I've just seen your message about the price, and it's just like, yeah, like I said, I just don't have that kind of money. I am disabled, so is my father, and we're very much struggling. So that's just not like an expense that I can afford anytime soon. Like that money right now, that money right there would pay for our meals that we're skipping. Because we can't afford to buy enough food right now. Okay. I need more wood. We need more wood. That's what we're after at the moment. Now that I got 5 Kativas in my party, I should have a decent bonus to my carry weight, so I can actually just cut down more than one tree at a time. What is that? Is that a Kativa sleeping there? Wait, what is that? Oh, a pupperai. Oh my god, it just looked like a pile of hamburger pieces. It looked like a pile of, like, hamburger bits. Oh, good. Okay, now we go repair our axe. Let's see here. Repair. Back to it. Welcome to early game Palworld. Hopefully I'll be able to fix my on-screen chat before I go live again. I don't like not having it. For that point, I should probably be reading out chat messages in whole while I don't have it, just so that VOD watchers don't have to guess at what I'm responding to. Yep. Before I over-encumber myself further, what I'm primarily going to be doing for a little bit is just grabbing materials and storing them away, because I'm going to want to finish building the walls of my base before I really commit to venturing out any further. Because at its core, Palworld is a craft survival, and I do want to be able to survive. The only thing I should probably venture out for is to get a Fox Sparks to add to my base. Okay, let's deploy the base pal, because I forgot to do that. Man, they're all good except for this one. Okay, now we build a campfire and my bed, which I don't want to do until my walls are completed. But now we can put a second pal in here. And the first thing to do that with is land ball. Why land ball? Because they will give me wool if I put down a ranch. So let's put down a ranch. Here looks like a good spot. Not interfering with any materials specifically. And if we can get a land ball working on wool, then that will set us a step closer to having clothing. They're doing that. Let's go ahead and put some more points in my stamina for now. I'd like to get that to 200 because it would be very helpful. You can get your skills to like a good baseline that allow you to carry enough stuff, have enough stamina, and work fast enough in the early game. And then once you start doing dungeons, you will get items that will otherwise increase those stats, which is very helpful. And then you only really have to add more as it's needed. Like, I want to make sure at the very least that before I challenge that tower over there, I have enough stamina to dodge enough without getting winded and slowing down. As this does have some movement and evasion mechanics that are good to have an understanding of. I guess they would be repairing it because it did have to sit there for a minute. Okay, what do we got? We don't want clumsy. I'd rather actually just have nothing. Let me look here, though. Let me actually look. 'Cause clumsy is minus 10 work speed. Serious is plus 20%. That more or less cancels itself out. That's actually not bad because it still has better work speed than the one that doesn't have any passive skills. So that's okay. That's an okay use of that. Good. So now we have that. What I might want to do is go ahead and get that Fox Sparks while I can. I need to put the Mercy Hit PAL at the top of my inventory, and maybe we name him. Let's name him Peter. Because why not? We're talking about Petra Parker, might as well go with the male name, since it is a male pal. I'm just going to venture down here until I see a Fox Spark. Oh, wait, nope, there's something else smart that I should do before I go do that. I need a bow and arrow. So, bow, craft. My pal will help me with that. The other pal is mining currently. That's okay. And then arrows. I can make 60. Let's do that. And I'll get more materials when I come back with my burning fox. I'm going to want to catch 2. Because I want 1 for the base. And I will want 1 for my party. Because a fire pal will be very helpful against the second boss tower. Okay, folks, we're hitting the first hour mark, so I'm going to go ahead and run another ad and take a quick break. I'll step up and walk away for just a moment. There will not be an ad break at the 2-hour mark because that is where we will be ending. So please put up with it as best you can. I do not currently have any kind of recommendation, be it Twitch's own stuff or a third party for blocking ads. So I apologize that this has to be done, and I start it here with a reminder that you should go into your settings and disable generative AI training by Twitch so that they know that we hate that and stop doing it. Be right back. Got another minute on the ad, so I'll just sit here and wait for a moment. Let's see, it will be a minute before I can get that mercy ring. Okay, a hearty welcome back to those who were stuck in the ads. All I've done is pick up some arrows and start crafting some clothing, so I'm not walking around naked and cold. And we're off. So now we're on our little adventure to find a pal that can cook for us. Which, you know what? What the fuck am I doing? I don't need that. Because I can cook for myself. I keep forgetting that this works without a pal. Because late game cooking stuff doesn't. So we'll go ahead and build our campfire. And then I'm going to cook a couple of things. And then we're going to finish building our house. That is going to be my primary focus for a minute. Because I can't put down a bed until I've actually built a roof. And that's going to take a good deal of wood the way I'm doing it. What I could do is go search for a pal that can do the wood cutting in the same way that my Cativas here are doing mining. But I don't have a slot to put them in without taking my wool provider out of the equation, so we just won't be able to do that right now. Okay, that is certainly enough food to go ahead and put a food box down. We'll let them pick that up while I keep cooking a little bit. And then I will take these baked berries and give them to my pals in the base so that they don't go hungry. And I've got a couple of kebabs for myself. There we go. Okay. Back to cutting down trees. Also getting more berries. Now, am I right in thinking that this cooks on its own a little bit? Or is that only the cooking pot? No, it's slowly completing, so that's good. That is a good thing. Oh, because I walked past that pile of stone, it made me pick up all that stone. I'm wondering what that pick up all the things sound was. Wait for it. I need my stamina back. What I need is a Cativa that is a logging foreman. Hungry? I'm going to eat a bit. And the next thing we're supposed to do is catch one more lamb ball, which shouldn't be too bad. Okay, we need to go repair our axe. While I'm at it, I'll pick up this wool, some more of this stone, and put it away. Okay. Repair axe. Okay. Got all the trees around my base? Not quite. Another thing I should do is break down this metal rock as often as I possibly can, because I'm not going to have a pal that can break it on their own for a minute. And it's better to get it broken so that it will work up, so that I can set up its respawn timer, than to just let it sit there. How much do they increase my... by 100? Does not stack. Okay, noted. I don't actually need 5 of them anymore. That is not how it used to work. I need to go ahead and get them out of my inventory then. This will probably break my pickaxe before I get anywhere close to breaking it. So once we get to the point where I can just build an ore farming site, I won't need this base to be here anymore. You can actually move it. But I think as long as I'm keeping up with this rock until I get to that point, we should be fine just being here. I won't need to use a second base to do something similar. Most likely what I'm going to use my first additional base for is just a berry farm. A berry and wheat farm. For food sake. Yep, there's my damaged pickaxe. Repair. I'll probably spend the rest of the stream just farming materials, to be honest. I'm already nearing that point where I'm having to just go quiet randomly. That is just the strain of streaming making my brain have to pause. Like, I'm actively trying to keep up consistent ongoing commentary, but it's difficult. It's one of the things that I'm working on in this whole training montage concept, is building up the stamina to just let my train of thought flow and just continue narrating the game. Okay. Let's work on some more berries, because I'm going to need them as well, and I want to go ahead and put some of the ones I just picked up on here. Need to turn off that sub goal. Okay. Put some more of these in here. And go ahead and start the next batch. This time I'm going to do allow transport by pals so that they can move stuff around. My Cativas are going to exclusively break these rocks before they transport any materials, so that's just a thing that's happening. Okay, no, we need to be building. So what I'm going to do, get all my foundations placed, I'm going to build a 3-high wall because even though this base may not make it to the point that I need to do this, 3-high is high enough to house a lot of the base structures that you need without having to put them outside on the ground. And so I try to be in the habit of doing at least the first floor this high, because with the amount of stuff you can do in your base, even when you get to like 15 or 20 pals in your base, oftentimes you only need one floor to be able to do all of that. Sometimes two. You certainly don't need three high floors to accomplish most of the work you're going to do in your base. I'm going to go ahead and build this with the plan to keep this base for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. We've got that done. Then we need to build some stairs. I'll go ahead and put them here. Is that right? Yeah. Go ahead and put them here. And then what I'm going to do is do that. Build some exterior walls. And build another stairwell to a 1 size second floor. And what I can do with this is, one, I could put my bed in this area. And two, I can use that as a buffer, because there's a building I will build later on that clips into the floor. And by having this 1 high middle layer floor, I can prevent it from clipping through the floor where I can see it on the first floor. It's just an aesthetic thing, but it gives me like a personal space to like have as this is my space, not for the pals or for like processing and crafting. Okay, need more materials, but at the very least I could place a shoddy bed. I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, I'm going to cut some more trees, get some more materials to build with. Yeah, I think since the cooking fire actually does cook itself a little bit, I don't necessarily have to rush to get a fire pal. But what I may do is go ahead and go get a lift monk. Because that will allow me to have a lumber pal in the base that can cut down trees on its own. So at least the trees that I have in my base will be handled in that way. At least until it gives up. For some reason, the AI that runs the lumbering pals kind of just stops working after a while with the base trees. I don't know why, and I don't know of a way to fix it. But they just stop cutting trees. So at some point I have to either build the lumber camp or the lumber site, or just do it myself. Okay, damaged weapon. Here's a fun thing about this unfinished base, is I can just jump onto the second floor. Okay, that's nice. Okay, let's build a little bit more. No, let's repair my axe and then build a little bit more. Okay, now we need walls. I don't need these. I don't know why I placed them. It's fine to just have the one high wall here. Because this is going to be basically my bedroom. And this is actually going to be a floor where I probably build some, like, internal walls and doors. Just to, like, not let the pals in places I don't want them to be. But for now, we continue lumberjacking. A brief reminder just to say that I am doing this training montage for a couple of reasons. One, to slowly and quickly, kind of contradictorily, work my way back into streaming full time after over a year of hiatus due to my health. I'm just trying to stream as often as I can and kind of get back into the habit of waking up and going live on any given day. But also to help give myself an additional platform to help my family survive. Myself and my father are both disabled and currently very much struggling to make ends meet. And as such, we really do appreciate any support, whether it be monetary or well wishes or what have you, because we simply need it. We simply need the help. So if you're here, if you're watching live, if you're watching the VOD on my YouTube, please consider throwing whatever support looks like for you in our direction, because it is very helpful. Any support received through Ko-Fi specifically will contribute to the timer that is paused on the screen. And when I feel like I have met my goals and can start extending the time I stream per session, that will become a donathon. So we are effectively doing the build up to a donathon. Up to, I think, about a week. I don't remember what I set it to. So if you feel like supporting the channel, you will be seeing more and more and more of me until such time as the donathon begins and I just go live as long as possible, as often as possible, until the timer runs out. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel and my family in whatever way that looks like. And I hope we can both see more of each other as this all goes on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Repair my axe. Go back out. Keeping an eye out for when that Metal rock respawns. Ooh, a chest. I didn't realize that was there. I'll go get this and then cut down some more trees up here. 3 pal spheres, a little bit of money, and a copper key. All of those will be very helpful. And we are hungry. Pal team is now hungry. Of course. Okay, this is where I have to go back and get some berries. Because I do not have any more food on my inventory. So we go to the food bowl. And we grab half of what is here. So that I can feed myself and my pals. I got the wrong pal out. Well, that's fine. I need to put them away anyway. Let's put you, and you away. I'll keep Mercy hit because that'll be helpful for capturing additional pals. Okay, back to it. I want to clear off all the trees on this little hill. I wouldn't call it a plateau. Wait for stamina. Okay. I would really like to finish this base before I have to stop for the for this stream. Before I have to end this session. Well, maybe we do that now. See if we can't finish this. I was still putting down walls. Okay, then we put another roof up. No. Actually, let's put walls here to kind of close this bit off. Go ahead and put a wall there. Okay. And then we're going to replace one of these walls with a door. And then let's call this area specifically a bedroom. Go ahead and put walls there. Door here. Open that. I can't put down a bed until I have a roof. But I have all of this space to work with and kind of just keep the pals out of for the most part. This will be the final roofing portion of this base. And as long as I put the expedition station going this way, it shouldn't clip through the roof of my bedroom, let alone the production area. And then I can build my shoddy bed and upgrade my base again. Let's see. I'll leave that like that. That's fine. I will be using this roof space. I just have to... see, so you can't tell where there are wall portions with this build material. Some of the build materials actually have the wall portions clip through the floor portion, the roof slash floor portions, so that you can see where the boundaries are. And I'm used to working with that, but it's okay. Okay, that's the roof. Our house is complete. Now I can come down here, go into my bedroom, and place my shoddy bed. Yeah, it's a 2x2. I might as well do it this way. And they're gonna run up here and help me build this, but this is probably the only thing I'm gonna be putting down here anytime soon. Okay, shoddy bed complete. I can upgrade my base. And I can also go work on catching some more pals. Okay, so now we have the space for 3 pals to work. I am going to go... Oh, wait. I can upgrade again already. Okay, that makes sense. And now we're getting to some stuff. I can go ahead and go get a lift bunk and a fox sparks. And that will round out our base team. While I'm at it, I can catch other things like this T-Flint. And with that Mercy hit perk, my Ativa can't actually kill another pal, but it does help me catch them. Which is very nice. I'll go ahead and pick up what wood and such I can. There's some... Nope, I thought that was wool. That's just another rock. I don't like the pals that just make noise. I honestly don't. Do need a Gumoss. Gumoss is going to be the pal I use, whoops, for the first dungeon. Or the first boss fight, I should say. It's that Shikapee since the Gumoss damaged it for me. We're going to go ahead and try to get 5 of every pal that we can. Because we get an experience bonus when we do that. That land ball is not okay. There we go. Gumoss. Okay, nope. R. There we go. Okay, we need to make a normal parachute next, but for now, we're going to keep capturing pals as best I can. If I killed them, oops. There's some more berry bushes. That would be nice to grab some of. We do need a couple more land balls to get that 5 catch bonus. Grab these red berries while I can. Ooh, an artisan land ball. That's actually great. So that will increase our wool production. I go and put that in the ranch instead of the one I have. I should have... Is it in my party? No, of course not. What do you got going on? Aggressive. Not what I want. I'll put all of these away eventually. Oop. Nope, not gonna hit with that one. Gumoss. Pupperai, good. Tagged him. My pal could take care of the rest. Where'd my pal go? Oh, another Pupperai has aggroed us. That's okay. Okay, so that's the Goo Moss effigy. That's the bonus for catching 5 Goo Moss. That's good. That Pupperai should not get out of its ball, so that should stay as is. Good. Do I need 3 more Pupperais? I think I'm good on land balls. There should be some Pingullets here as well that I need to look out for. But we're still also primarily on the lookout for Fox Sparks. There's a Pingullet. And another. That's a good start to that. Oh, that's okay. This is why we have a... I'm so glad, so lucky that I caught a Mercy hit pal early on. That's great. I'll grab this egg while we're here. I'm going to start breeding as early as possible. Hatching at the very least as early as possible. That Pangolit's going to get away, because I'm not going to chase it out into the water. Not yet, at least. Get our first Lift Monk effigy. That was a little lagged. Whoa. That was a lag spike if I've ever seen one. Effigies are one of those things that I'm going to be focusing on doing. I'm going to try to thoroughly explore regions before I move on. Maybe even before I do the boss. Because it's just good to do so. It's just good to do so. And I want to get all the notes, all the effigies, and even do all of the side quests, if I can, in an area before I move on to the next tower. I got that one. That one might get away from me. Do need more chicken picks, though. I'm in awe. I am so lucky to have gotten this Mercy hit, pal. That's actually really nice. It's not the best thing for, like, fighting bosses or, like, actually going and killing stuff, but, like, it's super helpful for exactly what I'm doing right now. Just capturing pals. It's almost nighttime again. Still on our mission. I've still got 11 spheres, but I should probably hold off on catching anything else until I get that first Fox Sparks. I'm going to want 2 of them. I think I said that. Because I want one in my party for the second boss of... Oh, maybe I don't have to worry about that. We'll just get the one for now. I need 1 Fox Sparks and 1, Lift Monk, because Lift Monk can do lumbering. Okay, I don't think I'm going to find it up this way, so I'm going to go back the way I came. I could feel my body starting to tell me to stop. And I'm not going to give in to that, because I have to at least meet my baseline of 2 hours. Once I'm done, I can rest for a while, and we'll probably be back live again in about 5 hours or so. We'll see. I might be down for the rest of the day. That's actually a possibility. But if that's the case, then oh well. We'll try to get 2 streams in next time. Speaking of capturing owls, there's the owl that I'll be capturing at some point. Hoocrates. A nighttime pal. There's so many more alpha memorists in this area than there were pre 1.0. It's actually kind of scary. Chillet's level 11. We are not anywhere near capturing that yet. And there are no fox sparks near it. I was hoping I'd have found a fox sparks by now. Oh, there's a depresso nest. No, that's not necessary. I was just gonna voice... I don't know if I want to deal with that many of them right now. Ooh, maybe I can make them piss off the memorist. If I just keep the memorist between me and them, they might try to attack me and hit it instead. Yeah! Let the slaughter begin. Alright, that's done. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now there's only 2 left. That I can handle. Okay, there might be 3 left. Get you. It would have been nice to get 5 all at once, but I don't think I could have handled fighting like 7 of them at once. No, none of that. There we go. Might as well grab this super cheese while it's here. And even though I didn't get all 5 of the depressos, these 3 eggs, when I eventually hatch them, will 100% have what I need. I've only got 5 pal spheres left. Let's see if I can find that lift monk I'm looking for. Otherwise, we may have to end the stream without me getting these 2 pals I'm looking for and start there next time. They are usually around here. I'm not seeing them yet. Okay, there's some fox sparks, so that's good. Don't jump off the cliff, Ferronox. You don't have a glider yet. You get used to the movement tech in this game, and then you forget that you don't have all of the movement tech when you start over. Okay. Still don't see any lift monks, but these 2 fox sparks will be worth it. I'm out of arrows. Great. Come on, Peter. Get him. Oh, you're on fire, Peter. We're gonna switch pals. I don't intend to use T-Fent for very long. And that is why we had the problem. Okay, well, we got one. That counts. Still got 4 balls left. And here's a note we want to pick up. Castaway's Journal. Ooh, more berries is always good. Let's go ahead and bring Peter back out. Even though we're not attacking anything, it's good for him to be out here. I see more Fox Sparks. If I can get one aggroed without the other one. Oh, I don't have any arrows. Okay, I think that's cause to go back to base. We got one of our targeted pals. We can look for the other ones later. And I've had a good start to the montage, I think. Let's head back to base. Oh. And get set up. So here's our Fox Sparks. No passive skills is fine. You can do planting, which is nice. I don't have anyone that can do lumbering yet. But yes, I do. I have Pupperai. Okay, wait. So you've got Masochist and you've got good shit. Those are good abilities. It's a shame they're on something that I'm not going to use very often. Okay, cool. So now we have a basic laborer. Let's swap him out, since I don't necessarily need them. Let's use the work slave one, because it's actually going to be better at what he's doing anyway. We have an artisan landball. Let me look at that. Artisan is 50% work speed. You only had plus 10% because you had clumsy. There we go. Good swap. We have someone to cook. We have someone to mine. We have someone to cut trees. That's a really good start to the base. Like, now I can focus on other things. You can gather but not plant. So the next thing I would need is someone who can plant. And that would probably be one of the Gumosses. Let's look at my Gumosses. We got Aggressive, Sadist, Dragon Killer, Nothing, and Vanguard. What is Vanguard? Increases my attack. You're going in the party. That's good to have. Okay. So we have Peter, who is just here for their mercy hit and to increase my carry capacity. We have Gumos, who increases my attack power and reduces the weight of all the wood that I carry, so that's going to be helpful. That's a good start to our party. There's not really... Okay, Urbil might be an actual good addition. Probably won't use it as a combat pal much, but having it in the party is nice. So basically what Urbil can do is it can resurrect you from incapacitated. So if you go down, it can bring you back up. That could be helpful to me in the boss fight. Let me think. So there's not really anyone else here that I really want. By the time I get past the need for a ground pal and a fire pal, I'll have found better pals. In fact, I may even find a better fire pal before I get to the second boss and need a leveled Fox Sparks. One thing that would be good for me to do is as soon as I can get the PAL condenser, is go ahead and actively catch more of the PALs that I want to upgrade. More of the PALs that are in my base, more of the PALs that are in my party. Because that will help overall. Okay, I think that's a good start. I need more ammo. I can't repair all. Why can't I repair all? Because I need more stone. And my pals are not bringing stone to me. I have to walk out here and grab it myself. At some point, I'll be able to just have transport pals in here, but most of the pals are going to have specific purposes for a while. What am I missing? Cloth. Okay, let's make a little bit of cloth. Let them do that for a minute while I drop stuff off in the box. I got bread, so I can put these berries for a little bit back in the food box. Berries will primarily be what they're eating for a while. I can make some more food, though, so I should do that before I run out of time. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And thank you for supporting the channel in whatever way you choose to do so. Once again, we're doing what I like to call a training montage. I will be streaming for 2 hours specifically, as many times a day as I possibly can, between naps and chores and so on and so forth. As I am a disabled individual, I have to take a break after a couple of hours to rest, and then come back. And hopefully I will be building up my stamina again so that I can do longer streams for longer periods of time and get to a consistent schedule in the future. Otherwise, we're always fundraising to help my family get more money to survive with. This is my primary income, which sucks considering that I've been on a hiatus for almost 2 years. It's my primary way of bringing in money. So if you feel like supporting the channel and my family and helping us survive, I highly recommend heading over to Ko-Fi and dropping a donation, maybe even subscribing, or buying a trinket or some work off of my Ko-Fi. All of that is very appreciated, and I thank anyone for being able to give any kind of financial support. But you being here, you talking in chat, lurking, sharing the going live posts on Blue Sky, whatever have you, is all very, very helpful to me and my family toward encouraging me on this training montage so that I can build up my stamina again, as well as bringing in people to help grow the channel and help grow my income. I very much appreciate all of that. I hope to have a lot of fun with you guys going forward. We got about 8 minutes left. I'm just going to kind of chill, maybe turn the music back up, and just really, truly, thank you all for being here. Please enjoy while we round down the stream. I guess I should start looking for someone to raid. I'll use my phone for that so we don't have to interrupt the sounds from Palworld again. Okay. Almost done cooking. I'm going to tab out for just a minute. Working on this cloth. That's what we need to finish for a minute. It's not going to work while I'm tabbed out, though. Ooh. Here we go. Okay, let's finish up some stuff around the base here real quick. Okay, now that that's done, some more arrows would be nice. Use up all of our stone, but we've got more stone on the way as is. And I will take these kebabs and fried eggs. Hold on to all this stuff while I travel around. Let's see what we can do technology-wise. Right now, I think we have everything we need unlocked. No, we don't. We need this Palgear workbench. What else do I need unlocked? We've got the berry plantation. So I can place the berry plantation now. This is what we're after. So they are out there somewhere. We saw one. I just didn't actually see it myself. I can build the berry plantation. And I just unlocked the PAL workbench. So I have the means to earn my next level up. God damn it. Did not mean to hit cancel there. Eucrates, Daydream. I did see one of those. Found a Nox, Fox Sparks, Ecthradeer. How did I see an Ecthradeer already? Still haven't cleared my Palpedia alerts. There we go. Chill it. There we go. Okay. Arrows. Please help me with these arrows. While the others sleep, we continue to work into the night. I'm hungry. Okay, I think that's a good enough time to start the raid. We're going to be raiding out to Lila Kalkari, who is a wonderful, streamer. They are streaming. She is streaming BattleTech with her community. Real good person. Does a lot of good work. Definitely go and support her. And I will see y'all when I see y'all next. Thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. And have a wonderful day.